In 1996, a group of European scientists conducted a psychological experiment. They had a group of patients drink ordinary glucose water and told them, "This is a newly developed medication that can significantly boost your immune system." In the coming days, the medical results were shocking. These patients showed significant improvement in their health over just a short time. Some even healed from chronic ailments that had not responded to treatment for years. But this was not due to the medication. It was the power of suggestion and belief. This is what the medical field calls the placebo effect. On the other hand, there is a frightening effect called the nocebo effect. There was a startling experiment. A death row inmate was invited to participate in a psychological test by a team of scientists. He was blindfolded and strapped to a bed. The scientists told him, "We are going to cut your wrist and let you slowly bleed to death." But in reality, they never cut his skin. They merely stroked his wrist with ice and dripped cold water to simulate the sound of blood flowing. Within a few minutes, the subject began to feel cold. His heart rate slowed, and in the end, he died, without losing any blood. He was killed by his belief. If a compassionate thought can truly save a life, then a deceitful word may unknowingly take a life. Have we ever truly paused to consider the words that leave our mouths every day, the thoughts that swirl around in our minds? Are they not quietly shaping our bodies, molding our mental health, and little by little steering the course of our destiny? Language is never just sound. It is energy, a hidden force, a mantra carrying power. Dr. Masaru Emoto, a renowned Japanese researcher, spent decades exploring a fascinating question. Can water understand human language? Dr. Emoto graduated from Yokohama City University and later earned a PhD in international relations. He served as the chairman of several water resource companies and dedicated much of his life to the study of water and its connection to health and life. His book, The Hidden Messages in Water, became a global phenomenon, translated into over 20 languages and sparking worldwide discussion and debate. Dr. Emoto's research focused on a simple yet profound idea. Can water perceive human thoughts, words, and emotions? And even more remarkably, can water remember them? Dr. Masaru Emoto's research primarily focused on three major fields: sound, words, and thoughts. Dr. Emoto placed water in different musical environments and then froze the water to capture images of the crystallized patterns. The results were astounding. When classical music from composers like Mozart, Beethoven, and Bach was played, the water crystallized into delicate, symmetrical, and harmonious hexagonal structures. Conversely, when heavy metal rock or violent lyrics were played, the water crystals became fractured, distorted, and devoid of beauty. When people spoke kind words like "thank you," "I love you," and "you are beautiful" to the water, the crystals formed intricate and snowflake-like patterns. However, when the water was exposed to negative statements like "you're disgusting" or "I want to kill you," the structure of the crystals broke apart. This shows that sound, whether music or spoken words, has the power to penetrate matter and alter the energy structure. In another experiment, Dr. Emoto placed different labels on water bottles without speaking any words, simply writing phrases such as "thank you," "love and gratitude," "peace" versus "stupid," "devil," "you disgust me." After 24 hours of resting, the water was frozen, and he observed that the crystals formed by positive words were symmetrical and beautiful, while those influenced by negative words were chaotic and malformed. This led him to the conclusion that words themselves carry frequencies and energies, and even without speaking them aloud, they can still impact matter. Next is about the penetrating power of thoughts. Simply using thoughts to transmit love and gratitude could cause a positive change in the water's crystallization too. In one famous experiment, Dr. Emoto instructed a person in Japan to send thoughts of blessing and peace to a bottle of water located in the United States. A few hours later, the crystallized water showed a significant improvement in energy structure. This demonstrates that human thoughts possess the power to transcend time and space, even influencing the state of matter. Although these experiments have drawn some skepticism from the scientific community, the discussions they have sparked are profound and far-reaching. If even water can hear and feel, then isn't it possible that the over 70% of water in our own bodies is constantly responding to the thoughts and words we harbor? After these experiments, Dr. Emoto delved deeper into religious rituals. He was particularly curious whether religious chants, mantras, and prayers could also affect the structure of water. Dr. Masaru Emoto conducted experiments where water was exposed to various prayers from different religions around the world. In one experiment, he had monks continuously chant the Tibetan Buddhist six-syllable mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum. This mantra, associated with Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva of compassion, symbolizes compassion and wisdom in Buddhism. This mantra expresses the path of transforming impure body, speech, and mind into the pure, exalted body, speech, and mind of a Buddha, through the powerful union of compassion and wisdom. The results showed that after receiving this mantra, the water crystallized into smooth, clear, and spiritual structures, resembling the early bloom of a lotus. The crystals exhibited a gentle yet stable energy pattern, resembling the serene focus one might experience during meditation. Dr. Emoto visited a church and collected water samples before and after a church service. The water crystals after the service were more complete and symmetrical, as if absorbing the energy of praise, prayer, and goodwill. When Christian hymns were played, the water crystallized into bright, ordered, radiating patterns, similar to the light and shadow cast by stained glass windows in the morning sun. In another experiment, when the choir's devotional singing was played, the water crystallized into symmetrical structures that resembled angelic wings, with a sense of fluidity and gentleness. This demonstrated how the faith expressed through music could soothe and beautify the water.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
When the recitation of the Quranic prayers was played,
ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي
the water crystallized into a stable, symmetrical, and centered hexagonal structure, exhibiting the energy of focus and reverence. The structure of the crystal was strong and solid, with a stable center, resembling the tranquility and protection that comes with unwavering faith. However, in one particular experiment, Dr. Emoto played the recorded chanting of Nam-myoho-renge-kyo, the title of the Lotus Sutra, by Japanese Nichiren Buddhist monks for the water. The result shocked everyone. The water crystallized into a six-petaled, radiating lotus flower structure. The center was intense and bright, with the six petals unfolding outward like the pulsating movements of celestial bodies. The overall structure was symmetrical, full of life, as though a flower of awakening had blossomed from the water. Dr. Emoto himself said, Nam-myoho-renge-kyo is the most powerful and shocking water crystal I have ever encountered. It is not just harmonious and beautiful, but it seems to resonate with the fundamental frequency of the universe. He deeply believed that this sound wave could awaken the life force of the universe, purifying not only water but also the heart of the person who chants it. These 7 syllables of chanting come from the Buddhist scripture, the Lotus Sutra. It is not the exclusive mantra of any particular religion, but rather the core sound that expresses the ultimate truth of the universe and life. Nam-myo means devotion and reverence, representing a heart of awakening. Ho refers to the marvelous law, signifying the ultimate truth governing the universe and the workings of life. Renge symbolizes the lotus flower that blooms amidst the mud, meaning that each person can awaken and be reborn from their suffering. Kyo refers to the sound or teaching of the sutra. Every time we chant Nam-myoho-renge-kyo, it is as if we are awakening the universe within ourselves, resonating with the fundamental frequency of life's essence. Let's not forget that 70% of our bodies are made up of water. If water can understand human language, and if the structure of water changes with a phrase like "I love you" or "I hate you," then the sound of us chanting Nam-myoho-renge-kyo will undoubtedly penetrate deeply into the cells, energy, and soul of our body, bringing about positive changes. This is not superstition. It has been scientifically proven. Language and belief can change water, and they can change fate. Whether you have religious faith or not, science has repeatedly shown the words we speak, the thoughts we hold, the images we see with our eyes, and the sounds we hear with our ears quietly influence our physical and mental states. This is the power of the body, speech, and mind in Buddhism. A single sentence from you can uplift others or hurt yourself. A thought of kindness can change the energy of your cells, and it might quietly unlock a miracle in your destiny. Even if today you silently say, "I deserve to be loved. I am getting better." Nam-myoho-renge-kyo, perhaps that alone has already changed a drop of water in your body or a detail in your fate. Starting today, treat every thought and every word with care, because it might just be the first step in turning your life around.